Hi, everybody, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Behind the Scenes with Bethel Athletics. I'm Dave McCulley, Sports Information Director here today, and we're going to be interviewing coaches in the next few weeks and telling you a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes with all the things happening with the pandemic, and then all the sports, most of the sports moved to the screen. Zach O'Kelly is our producer and director, and our first guinea pigs, like I call him. And I tell you this, we are following proper protocols. We're 6 feet apart, and we do have our face mask if needed. But JJ Mullane, the men's soccer coach, and JJ, welcome aboard. And as I said, you're the first guinea pig, and certainly we're glad to have you here and talking some men's soccer today. I know certainly everything moved to the spring now. I know you're disappointed in that, but you're excited about still getting the kids on campus, working with them, and preparing for the spring. How you doing?
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for having me. I'm doing well.
Coming off a good season last year. We'll talk about that briefly before we talk about moving to the spring and some other things we want to talk about. But coming off a good year last year.
Yes, we have a very good year, and then we are also hoping to have another great year in.
You lost some key people. Talk about that briefly if you would.
Yes, we lost Alexander Rekonovic, which is our key player at the back. He's a central defender, and then we also lost our good midfield player Silvio, who scored like I think 9 to 10 goals last season. It's a big loss, but I'm able to bring in young players that can fill in the gap, and I think we will be as good as last year or even better.
We're going to talk about that in just a minute. I've talked to David Holsinger, the trainer, and he's telling me that he's really excited about some of these new kids you brought in. But you've got some key returners coming back also, don't you?
Yes, I have a lot of key returners. Pascal Mohongsi, who is best player MVP last year, leading goal scorer of the conference.
Sure.
He's coming back. Brandon Dippy, who is our midfield player, is also coming back. We also have Ryan Davey, which is coming back.
Sure.
Gianluca is a leader at the back, is also coming back. So we have a couple of boys that are coming back, returners that are really good, that can help the program go to the next level.
Coach, you expect some big things out of those people that you just mentioned, and certainly they're capable of continuing this great tradition that Melvin had here, and then you were a longtime assistant, and you've done a great job succeeding him. I know you're really happy with the status of the program right now. You talk about the players, talk about you. How many years now here at Bethel?
I've been here, for a coach, I've been here since 2010. But as a player, I've been here since 2003. So in total, it's about 16 years I've been here.
Sure.
I know the program, and it's a culture. We build a culture. That was our main plan, to build a culture of soccer, where even every year when we bring in players, they know that this is a culture that we have to embrace.
Not only the program folks recognize in the conference as one of the leaders each year, but certainly nationally you build up a great reputation as well. You talk about, and folks, you're watching and listening to a Bethel Hall of Fame member here as well. That's more than Zach O'Kelly and I can say, I might add. New assistant this year, talk about that if you would.
Yes, I lost one of my old-time big good assistant, Rene. He's a great guy. It's going to be very hard to replace him, but I pick up somebody, Abraham Mendoza Lopez. He's really good. He started well. We started working together, and I think he's going to be good as Rene too. I know I miss Rene, but I think Abraham will fill the gap too.
Yeah, we're all going to miss Rene. We wish him the very best. I met Lopez the other day. He seems like a really nice young man. He's really hungry. Looks like he really wants to go to work very quickly.
Yes, he's hungry. He's young. He's been like a graduate assistant for 2 years, and he also holds the USSF coaching license. So he's hungry. This is going to be his first official assistant coach job. Sure. So he's hungry. He's ready to work. He's always in the office early, and the guys like him. So
that's great.
That's great.
That's a good start. Will you miss the Southern States a little bit?
I miss it, but at the same time, I think Mid-South is also one of the. I think now is maybe the second best in the nation, if not the best. But I think it's the second best. But playing in Southern States prepare us to play in any conference that comes our way.
Yeah, the Mid-South Conference has got a great tradition there as well, some great programs through the years. But certainly the Southern States, there were some great rivalries that you built up there through the years as well. We'll talk about that maybe in another episode, but everything moved to the spring. I know, again, you're disappointed to hear that, but what are you and the team, how are you addressing how you're approaching the fall and getting ready for the spring, practice, scrimmages, and those kind of things? Because I'm sure the fans want to know, well, what are the teams doing this day and age?
Like you said, we are very much disappointed, and especially the players, because most of the players came here to play.
Sure.
And going back to them and tell them, oh, the season is being moved to the spring, it's kind of disappointing. But one thing I tell them, look, the health and safety of our people, our family, our fans is more important than just soccer.
Right.
So they understand that. Right now we're practicing almost every day. We do skip some days, but we try to practice every day. But we also follow the guidelines of the Mid-South and the NAIA and the CDC guidelines. We make sure we social distance, wear our mask. We also emphasize washing hands and all that.
Right.
So we make sure on campus, all our athletes will wear the mask.
Right.
All the way to the soccer field. When we start practice, then they can take it out. But as soon as we finish, before we even pray and do our things, they have to, go back to the mask, wear a mask. And we also have hand sanitizers where they can wash their hands and all that. And during water breaks, we also make sure they social distance 6 feet apart so that we help, contain. Because I tell them, we all do the job, the sooner we come to the game. If all of us do what we are asked to do, I think it will be sooner for us to come back to normal and then play our regular season the way we want it.
I know you want to challenge our fans and supporters to do exactly what you just said that your team's doing.
Yes, we want our fans also to do exactly what we are doing. But we need to show example so that our fans will know, okay, if the players and athletes are doing this, then that means everybody needs to do it. Because it needs to come from us, including me. I have to start it. That's why everywhere I have my mask. So we need to make sure we follow the guidelines. It's not difficult. We do the right thing, the sooner we come back to normal.
Absolutely. And folks, I will tell you, we were just talking in our office this morning, you don't even know I'm going to say this, but I heard a really nice compliment about you and your team just this morning. The fact that they were out practicing. As soon as that practice is over, they put those masks on. So your kids are really taking this thing seriously, aren't they?
Yes. I try to follow the guidelines. I try to listen to our athletic director, Brad Chappell. He did a good job throughout the summer trying to, enlighten us and tell us, the proper procedures to follow. So it's been a while, so that's why I kind of want to follow and do the same thing that he asks us to do.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if I do it, they will do it. So that helps.
Good point.
Because the kids have to follow the leader.
You talked about Brad and, of course, Mr. Kelly, those virtual meetings, those Zoom meetings took a little bit. Well, Kelly's my technical director at just about anything I do. Although I've been in radio all my life, he still has to direct me. I mean, once we all got on Zoom and got it going, it was okay, wasn't it?
It was really good. I think it was really good.
Yeah.
And I want to thank the Sports Information of Bethel. Dave, you and Zach did a good job. You guys have been wonderful people working together with me and all the other coaches. I can't tell you how much we appreciate you guys. You guys do a wonderful job, and this is a great thing because the fans need to know what's going on in the coach's corner.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. I'll give you that $5, I promise you, by the way. He's been our first guest of Behind the Scenes this week with Bethel Athletics. Zach O'Kelly's been our producer-director. Coach J.J. Mullane, we'll talk to you in the days to come. Good luck to you and the soccer team. God bless you, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for our first guest. Our next guest, by the way, this week, we have 2 coaches per week. Our next guest will be Starla Couples. We'll come back with that right after this. Stay